Hi, you guys. Sorry, I have not been on today. I don't really even know. Wow. Okay. Sorry, you guys. Holy Spirit just literally answered my question. Hold on. Okay, sorry, you guys. I'm gonna put up what just happened. Okay, there goes the lighting again, you guys. I told you my lighting's going in and out because I feel so strongly the Holy Spirit is saying that's when, like, my phone is adjusting to him, which is the light. So when my phone gets more dim, if you guys can see it on your end, a lot of you told me that you could, that's when Holy Spirit is like showing up. Why? Because, his light is brighter than any other light. So, okay, you guys. So I just stopped for a second there because I wasn't going to jump on because I was about to say, I don't even know what to say, Holy Spirit. I don't know what to talk to them about. This has been the craziest season of the last, honestly, 10 years of my life. And you guys know I'm a widow. So there's been a lot of crazy seasons. Crazy meaning from my carnal perspective, my human perspective, just learning how to see and hear God for the many. Wow. Hold on. Okay, I just saw something else. Sorry, you guys. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Okay, guys. Sorry, I have to keep stopping. He keeps showing me stuff. So, that being said, it's just been a wild season, and maybe that's where you're at right now. I wanted to pop on here because what I just saw was this. I looked across the parking lot, and I was about to say to you, I don't even know what to talk about. The Holy Spirit is just telling me to pop on. And I looked across the parking lot, and it said this: prepared. And he said, Ashley, just tell them whatever is going on, whatever the season is they're in right now, it's all about being prepared. And I keep getting like the Israelites and them getting manna. Okay. My mentor teaches about seasons like this where it's just about manna. It's just about provisions one day at a time. And I will tell you guys, the Lord is tested. And I keep kind of saying to him, like, Lord, I've been here already. I've been in this test. And so maybe that's you out there and you're in a season where you're like, wait a minute, I thought we've been through this. And something I'm learning about the Lord is when he's preparing you for ministry or to be used or your testimony to be, something that he's going to use for his glory, he's got to make sure that you're also being prepared for other people that you don't even know, that you haven't even met. And so this is going to be tough to hear, but if you don't change your perspective on this, you will add unnecessary suffering. When you are prophetic or when you have picked up your call, sometimes you'll go through things where it feels like, I thought I passed this test. Why are you testing me in this again? First of all, the Lord will test you as many times as he wants, simply because sometimes it's just a quick test to see your reaction and that you are aware that you've grown from that and you need to react and handle things a certain way. Okay, so that's one way he does that when he repeats tests. Another is that you haven't passed the test. Again, you'll have to take all of this back to God. And another is that you're being shaped and formed for other people, because he's going to cross your path with certain people that are going to need you to have experienced that specific thing. And so you'll be confused and be like, why do I have to go through more, Lord, and more and more? It'll feel like a Job season that's on replay. Because, y'all, I'm just going to be real right now. I'm not ashamed of this. I have learned my book coming out is called The Dance. And he keeps twisting the plot. He doesn't change what he spoke, but he keeps twisting the plot. He keeps telling me, I am only walking out one page with you at a time. And so right now he's drying up my brook, like in so many areas of my life, meaning, like, I'll be real, financially I have been struggling a lot for 2 years. I've been trying to keep myself afloat, and it's just, I'm just exhausted. I work a graveyard shift, and maybe that's you out there. You're like, financially, again, like, Lord, what are you trying to say? And so I've been struggling with him because he's kind of drying up my brook, like the ravens. He's not sending the ravens to feed me where I'm at right now. And sometimes he's doing that because maybe you're actually supposed to make a physical move. And sometimes he does it because he's trying to speak to you spiritually and say, there's something you're doing that I'm telling you I'm not there anymore. It's not that he's not in it. It's that he's saying, now it's my turn to have full control. Does that make sense? And so he'll use other areas of your life to kind of dry up the brook where he's not giving provision anymore. And you have to take this back to him, please. Okay, you guys? And sometimes it could be that he's saying, you need to make a physical move. For me, I'm kind of getting pushed in every direction in that financial way. So I am having to make some big decisions in my life right now that are a little scary. But he's forcing me into them. So when the Lord doesn't give you choices, that's usually when he says, you can trust me with the ones I'm making for you. So my content will be all over the place because the season I'm in is a prepared season. He's preparing me. And he's saying that's where a lot of us are right now. He might be drying up your brook, meaning financially, spiritually, he's basically taking away provision because there might be a mindset he's trying to say. You got to stop putting new wine into old wineskin. I know that's another area he's definitely growing me. But my book is called The Dance, and I have had it on hold for a while now, and not all of it has been me putting it on hold. He's doing things where he dries up the brook and says, okay, no, now you got to stop again. Like in the editing process, in the things and the ways I have it ending right now. And he basically is just saying, stay behind me because I'm only turning your story one page at a time. But at the same time, he's teaching us to pause and go and trust and know, have a knowing. Those are all things he's doing to prepare us. Okay, I know this message is kind of all over the place, but those who are meant to receive it will receive it, and taking it all back to God. So you have to just accept the manna and get deeper and deeper into relationship with him and go higher and higher in your understanding spiritually, but lower and lower in your feelings. So financially, like I said, I don't share this a whole lot because it's just personal, but I'm not ashamed. I have worked my tail off for 2 years in so many areas of my life. But he's drying up the brook for me where I'm at right now. So I have to make some decisions, make some moves, in different ways, in different areas of my life that, he might be speaking to me. So sometimes he doesn't, what I was grappling with him on was, I was asking him for a spotlight when he was giving me a flashlight. And I was like, I need to know more before I make this move. And he kept showing me Noah. And he's like, Noah, I didn't have anything. He built a boat and everybody laughed at him. And I just gave him the provision of what to do. So when he's providing, when he's guiding, he's providing. And so if he's stopping providing, then there's something he's trying to push you into hearing or doing. And maybe both, okay? So right now he's saying, even if you're hearing me wrong, like let's just say hypothetically, if you're out there and you think it's a physical move, okay? He might be saying, okay, just go see if you can get approved for a loan and I'll give you the answer then. I just want to see you obey me. Sometimes he does that and maybe you won't even move. I know he's done that to me a few times where I live, and he's like, okay, make a move, and then he'll be like, nope, I just wanted to see if you'd obey me. I'm just being honest, you guys. It's not that he's lying. He's just seeing if we trust him with one step before he shows us the whole staircase. Because just like that said across the way there, it said prepared. You might be making a move in 4 or 5 months, but he's just getting the process going. And that could also be a mindset that he's preparing you to have in place for what he's about to bless you with. It could be, like the book that I have coming out called The Dance. What I feel like he's metaphorically saying to me is, Ashley, we're dancing, but I'm teaching you to dance with me even when you don't want to dance with me. I honestly see in the spiritual with him and I, like sometimes he's just holding me up and I'm like being a little baby and I'm like, whatever, my feet are like off the ground and he's just holding me up and he's like, you're going to keep dancing with me, daughter. You're going to keep dancing with me because even the seasons you don't like, they have purpose, and that's why I'm preparing you. So this might be a season you're in where you're like feeling like you're repeating tests, but the tests might be him drying up the brook of something he's trying to ask you to move out of. And that doesn't necessarily mean a house or a physical place. It could be a mindset where you don't think that you're still operating that way, but you are. And he can't move you to the next level until you show him you can take the next step. Does that make sense? And he tells me, don't break it down too much. My mentor is teaching this right now because you guys also have to level up in your understanding of how to hear him tell you what that means, okay? I hope this blessed you guys. We're in a season of preparation, so just learn to dance with the Holy Spirit, whether you're, not liking the season or liking it or loving it, because it's all leading to his blessings. Because why? Because he's good.